see this thing is working. Always say the same thing whenever my stream starts. Stream. Every time I start, the titles are always wrong. I don't know why. So I kind of have to fix it. It's so lame. How do I fix this here? Edit title. Okay, I think I fixed it on both. Happy New Year, Findus. Let's see, is chat working? Hey, yeah, it works. How was your New Year? What am I sharing here? I haven't started yet, so. So my New Year's was pretty good. I saw a musical, Les Miserables, in Paris. I didn't know that Les Miserables was originally in French, and then they made it in English. And then this recent one, they kind of updated the French lyrics, so that was really good. And then afterwards, we went to Champs Elysees to see the fireworks, and that was a lot of fun too. I was kind of tired by the time we started going to the fireworks. It looked like we are going to be late because the show was over at 11, and then you have to, get out of the theater and everything like that. So by the time we were out of the theater, it was like 11:30 in the train, in the metro. And then and then they closed a lot of the stations, so we ended up like missing the place where we could have gotten off and ended up like far away. So we just had to walk a while, and we kind of made it, and it was good. So we saw the fireworks. Yeah, it's really cool. But like for the past week, I've been like doing sort of like family like stuff, like seeing family and hang out with friends. And I love to see them and do things, but it kind of ruins my ruins. It kind of disrupts my routine. So now I'm trying to get back into my usual thing of like this. So my intention was actually to stream like earlier, like 3 p.m., just to give you an idea. That's like, it's 8 now about. So what is that, 5 hours ago? And it's just been one thing after the other. I had like a bloody nose out of nowhere. So the year starts off with a bloody nose. And yeah, so that's kind of crazy. All right, so what I think I want to do is do something easy today just to get started. I have a D&D game that starts at 10. So I have about 2 hours before the game. So the question is, what do I want to do for about 2 hours? We have let me see what's going on here. We have a choice of either doing 6502 assembly programming, which we've been doing a lot of. That's probably the most of what we've been doing. haven't touched Nyx in a while. What game? What game? What did I say? A game? Oh my god, I'm burping. What game? I don't remember the game you're talking about. Did I mention a game? I have like no memory. So yeah, we can either do 6502 programming. We can do some Nyx. Oh yeah, yeah, a game in 2 hours. I'm playing actually Pathfinder with some friends. So it's an RPG, and you know we use Foundry to play it. It's a virtual tabletop, and we all have characters. I play Thief. Her name's Mauricio. I think that's the kind of like default character that Pathfinder gives you. And I think what did I just learn, because we just leveled up. So I'm trying to see what level we are. Let me check here. Um Do you play any RPGs? Let's see. So, what happened here? I'm level 11 now, so my athletics is master. I just got incredible initiative, so I get +2 to initiative, and powerful leap, so that I can jump to 35 feet now. Can you imagine 35 feet of jumping? And I think I have that thing that's like quick leap, so I don't need like a running start. I could just stand there and jump 35 feet. Like, what the heck? Thieves are pretty cool. It's kind of like you need other people to play a thief well, but like you can kind of do everything at the same time. I should ping my friend and ask if he's joining tonight. Where is he? Here he is. Joining Pathfinder tonight. Alright, sorry, I'm using up our time doing silly things. Yeah, it's kind of like a board game, except there's no board, right? Like, you don't really play like a board game like Monopoly, you just mostly use your imagination, but we use software to kind of see what things look like. Alright, so what was I saying? I was saying that we could do 6502, we can do Nyx, which we haven't done in a while. We've gone far, but we're not done. I could be convinced to do COBOL. COBOL's scary, and I don't know. Yeah, but maybe we can do COBOL. Or we can learn Phoenix and Elixir in live view, which I don't know yet, but I need to learn it soon. I'm a little hesitant to start something new, though, until we get further. So, Findus, since you're the only one chatting, or anyone here, I think there's someone on YouTube also. Yeah, there's YouTube people, so you guys can tell me. Here, your choices are. Where is it? Where can I type? Okay. We're going to do Atari 6502 programming. We've already gone pretty far, right? That's COBOL. How did you learn? We didn't learn. We didn't learn it yet. There's that, the 6502. We can do COBOL. So there's that also. But it's very beginning COBOL on the IBM mainframe. So, you know, it could be painful, really painful. Or we can do Nyx. I think the next part of Nyx is the module system. And if we really want, I guess we can do Elixir Phoenix Live View. So those are our 3 or 4 choices. Does anyone have a preference of what we look at? The next chapter in the Atari 6502 is about like branch and conditionals. It's a very long chapter. Next new year. It's fun to see your knowledge next new year. What do you mean what I've learned? Or there are things I already know. I'm not completely noob to like programming. Like I already know Java, I already know C++ from a long time ago. I already know C Sharp, I already know Python. But like and I know Elixir, but I oh COBOL today. Okay, you want the pain, you want the pain. Let's try to figure out how to do COBOL again. There is the IBM I think I wrote down maybe something in the gist for COBOL. Here it is. I think IBM Z. So, yeah, there it goes. Here is the IBM Z's website. Oops, no, we don't want to replace. Let's open up in a new tab. Here's the Open Mainframe project. So Z Explorer is IBM's thing where they let you get access to one of their mainframes, which is kind of, useful. It's also a learning platform where they teach you how to use the mainframe and other technologies that IBM has. And the Open Mainframe project is a Linux Foundation project where they have courses, and one of the courses they have is the Learn COBOL project. We could just learn COBOL like normally, but learning COBOL on a mainframe is kind of what they hire you for. So let's see, projects, COBOL programming course, there it is. All right. And then I forgot my login for this. Let me look up my login for let me look up my login for the IBM Z thing. Right, and I think we use VS Code for this stuff. So let's see, IBM login. I think I'll try this login. Let me try to log in. And my IBM ID is this. Let me, just in case this is gonna dock something, let me turn this off just for a second. Or I'll just go here for a second. And I will try to log in. Yeah, I want to write a game or something in 6502, and I'm thinking, yeah, definitely want to use the stuff. Oh, wrong password. That didn't work. All right, let's not do that. Let's see if this one works. IBM ID. IBM password. See, nothing's easy with these guys. Okay, I think... What just happened? I just thought I logged in. This is incorrect ID. Okay, so it's just not happy with me. Let me reset my password. And I'm not actually sure where this is going to send it to. That's the problem, because I used a bunch of email addresses for these things. Let's see if I get anything. Nope. What a pain. Let me go back. I'll try this one more time. Log in. IBM ID. Password. Please work. No, it didn't work again. Maybe I just need to. Maybe I just need to. Maybe I just need to. What was I saying? Make a new account again. Oh no, but that's a pain because they're gonna make me go through the class again. Oh, hold on. What's going on here? Why? Oh, it's sending an account. IBM, why do you suck so bad? I think what I'll do is just create a new account, because you know IBM sent me emails, so I should be able to find an email from IBM. Here's one. Why did you leave us, Elise? Maybe they canceled my account. All right. Here we go. Here is one. Maybe you could reset. Yeah, I tried to reset my password. The problem is that it didn't let me. So maybe I can click the join back again. Let's see if this does it. Oh. It looks like I'm logged in here. That's so weird. Let me see, maybe we're in. I think I'm kind of in. Here we go. Here's my username and password. Yeah, this is right. This is what I actually typed in, and it said I couldn't log in, but maybe I needed to click from the email. Yeah, this one is what we're using. This is what we are using. Okay, now I can share my screen again, I think. Let me just copy this URL. All right, that looks good. Where are you guys? Here we go. All right, so here's my account. I'm in the IBM Z Explorer Influitive.com. Maybe that was different from this link. Yeah, I don't know if this is the same link. Maybe it's different. Maybe that's why it didn't work well. Anyway, so let's copy this link maybe, because that one is what will take us to. It looks like this is the link. Edit. IBM site for courses. All right, sounds good. There's a lot of abbreviations, margins, code blocks. I think we did all of this. And now we are looking at the very first. Okay, this is not it. Here it is. COBOL, getting started. We did this. We did all of this. We needed to download this, no? Select a provider, follow their registration, providers, build, PDF. We did, okay. Release programming 1, programming 2, discussion, contributing. So I think we're up to number 2, learning COBOL. Select a recent release of the course. Programming Learning COBOL PDF asset contains the course instructions. All right, so we got to find a release of this course. Here's a release, and then here's the PDF for Learning COBOL. And we're in. Wow, this is really like small on the screen, right? I don't know if people can read that. Maybe I should open this up in a PDF viewer. Maybe that'll be better. Let's see. I will add. Is there a way to make this fit with better? Maybe we won't be using WesTerm very much, so let's just hide this for now. I will make this bigger. All right. How did you pick COBOL as a subject? Oh, you didn't. I made a video. Go check it out. It's called like COBOL traumatized me, or I have two actually. It's called COBOL. I have two videos. One called COBOL traumatized me, and the other one is like starting to learn COBOL for real. And the traumatized one kind of has this big rant on why I kind of picked on my YouTube for why I picked COBOL. Like, you hear a lot that people are saying, hey, COBOL's been around forever and it's never gonna die, right? And like there's like all the programmers that are doing COBOL are retiring, and soon there's no one to run these things anymore, and that they're hiring jobs. There's these high-paying like COBOL jobs. I call it like COBOL money, and if you get to work on it, you basically have a secure job where you're working on like slow projects that take a long time to do, and they pay you well for it, and you don't have to talk to people. It sounds kind of like an ideal job, right? Like, at least if you're like me, where you're like, oh, you don't need to talk to people every day. It's like you don't need work to socialize. So, I was just thinking, hey, wouldn't it be kind of funny to learn some COBOL and try to make some of this COBOL money? Like, the whole like bit in my head is like I try to get interviews for a COBOL job eventually and see what that's like. But then when I started looking at it, Advanced Rust series, we decided COBOL today. Happy New Year, A. But we will get back to Rust. Yeah. So, what was I saying? Yeah, like it would be really funny to get a COBOL job and see if it's real. But then once I started like, okay, well, how hard can COBOL be, right? But it turns out that like the jobs, it's not really about just knowing COBOL. It's about like the environment too. They all run on, well, most of the COBOL things run on an IBM mainframe. So it's like, okay, well, how do you learn that? And I started going down this rabbit hole, and it's a deep rabbit hole. IBM kind of owns this mainframe market where they charge a ton of money, and the operating system, the ZOS, like you can't get it. Like you have to be like a millionaire to get a license for this thing. So it's a really funny thing where they're like, hey, we want you to learn COBOL and mainframes, but like it's really actually hard to get into it. So I finally found this course that's offered online by IBM and this COBOL like Linux Foundation joint effort. But it was like it took me 3 or 4 hours. I think the original stream was like 3 or 4 hours long, and that was just to get it work, just to get the IBM mainframe system working. So it's crazy. So yeah, that's what that is. And let's try see if we can remember what we've learned so that we can start learning the language, because what we learned before was all like just interface stuff and setting up VS Code to work with our account. Oh crap, I hope that it's set up with the right account. We'll see what happens. All right. Um let me launch VS Code. Crap, where is Visual Studio? Here it is. Is it running? I will show you what this looks like. Let me just share my desktop for a second so you can see. Desktop, where are you? Here you go. And here's our Visual Studio. And we did a whole bunch of stuff where we were like working with the IBM Zoe system. But I think it's all gone now for some reason. Oh, maybe it's here. I don't know. Validation, Zoe config. Here was our stuff. I think I changed my password though, so let me find it here. This is the port number. I remember we set that up. User password. Oh, it asks us for a password. That's how that works. Okay. Sounds good. Well, we'll see if we run into problems. Where are you, COBOL? That's not you, COBOL. Where are you? Here it is. Okay. So I don't know if they're gonna make us program anything. Looks like it's a lot of like talking. Number of pages. Okay, good question. This is just lesson two, and I think there's four lessons. So there are 111 pages, and in the course there are four like courses. This is course two, and then I think we learn basic COBOL in this, and then we learn advanced topics in course three, and testing in course four. So it's gonna be kind of long, and obviously we're not gonna do all of it today. I only have 2 hours before D&D starts, hopefully. So yeah, let's just get started and see how painful this is. I hope we actually get to do coding and it's not all just like learning stuff because that would drive me crazy. I really need to be able to code, otherwise I won't remember anything. All right, let's just see how bad this is. I don't know that the other courses are so long. They might be shorter, who knows? All right, why COBOL? The funny thing about IBM is like IBM and COBOL, I think I said this before, it's kind of like marketing bullshit all the time. All the time. It's literally a cult because like they try to brainwash you to say that like COBOL is amazing. You watch like professors talk about it, you watch the IBM people talk about it, they say like it's the best language. Why do you need any of this newfangled like contraption languages, like Rust and all that? When COBOL, it's so old that means it's working right? And it's crazy. Happy New Year, Mau. Oh no, you're worried about NixOS security. Yep. All right. What is COBOL? How is COBOL being used today? We don't care. We just want to learn it. What insights does the survey? Who cares? Oh my god. Okay, we might get through some of this faster. But maybe like this could just be funny, so let's just read it. What is COBOL? One computer programming language was designed specifically for business. Common business oriented language, COBOL. Like literally, I'm never going to remember that. COBOL. I know it'll be like common business something language. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah. Security is a real problem. COBOL has been transforming and supporting business globally since its invention in 1959. COBOL is responsible for the efficient, reliable, secure, and unseen day to day operation of the world's economy. The day to day logic used to process our most critical data is frequently done using COBOL. Wow, sounds like the best language in the world. Many COBOL programs have decades of improvements which include business logic, performance, programming paradigm, and application program interfaces to transaction processors, data sources, and the internet. When you have to name the internet and use capital I and everything, like you're dealing with old technology. Yeah, I know. They try to motivate you, right? Is this motivating you guys? Many hundreds of programming languages were developed during the past 60 years with expectations to transform the information technology landscape. Some of these languages, such as C, C++, Java, and JavaScript, have indeed transformed the ever expanding information technology landscape. However, COBOL continues to distinguish itself from other programming languages due to its inherent ability to handle vast amounts of critical data stored in the largest servers, such as the IBM Z mainframe. I want one. Where do I get an IBM Z mainframe? Continuously updated to incorporate modernized and proven programming paradigms and best practices. Oh, so I bet it's going to look a lot like Rust. COBOL will remain a critical programming language into the foreseeable future. Learning COBOL enables you to read and understand the day-to-day operations of critical systems. COBOL knowledge and proficiency is a required skill to be a full-stack developer in large enterprises. Seriously, like if you're a full-stack developer and you're working for a company with more than 10 people and you don't know COBOL, you should just be fired. Fired. You have no reason to be there. How is COBOL being used today? COBOL is omnipresent. Did I say cult earlier? Did I say cult? Omnipresent. This is like, that's like God, right? Omniconscient, omnipresent, powerful. And it's highly likely that you've interacted with a COBOL application today. Is this possible? Let's take a look at some compelling statistics. All right, so they're trying to teach us COBOL and they're giving us statistics on using it. Approximately 95% of ATM transactions rely on COBOL. COBOL powers 80% of face-to-face transactions. Each day, COBOL programs facilitate a staggering $3 trillion in commerce. To fully grasp the extent of COBOL's presence, consider the mind-boggling facts. I can't anymore, guys. Like, this is just, like, seriously? Have you ever learned a programming language where they tried to, like, do this much marketing up front? It's insane. It's literally insane. All right, so this looks like garbage. The funny thing is, like, my streams and videos are public. I just hope that when I try to get hired for a job, they don't see these videos. The future of COBOL appears promising despite skeptics. Boo, skeptics. Who are you, skeptics? Uh, 58% of respondents anticipate that their COBOL applications will persist for at least the next 5 years. This is probably because they can't get rid of it. It's not because they like it, they're just stuck with it, right? Financial services professionals, in particular, exhibit even greater optimism, with 55% expecting COBOL to endure indefinitely. This isn't optimism. This is called pessimism. It means they don't think they can ever upgrade their system and use anything useful. The challenge lies, this is the COBOL money, guys. The challenge lies in the availability of COBOL skills. Interestingly, COBOL was originally designed to be an accessible language that didn't necessitate advanced computing expertise. However, companies are worried about not having enough skilled COBOL programmers. Even though they can train their own employees, this concern shows that COBOL is still important and worth investing in. Or it means that it's just too hard to learn mainframes in COBOL and everyone hates the language. But I will persevere because I want that COBOL money. Yeah, right? Rust docs are good. Why should I care about COBOL? So after all that, like, after all this, they still want to answer why should you care? It's just going to be the same stuff that they said before, right? Oh, here's the myth. It is an absolute myth that you must be at least 50 years old to be good with COBOL. They're making themselves sound so bad. I didn't even, I mean, Jesus. COBOL, it's not necessary to be a programmer to read and understand the logic. This is important because critical code are subject to audit. So basically they do code reviews with accountants. And somehow they think that should make them feel safe. Now for a real world lesson. Do you think we'll actually learn a lesson? A comment recently made in a well known business journal, they're not going to tell us who, by someone with a suspect agenda was quoting saying, COBOL is a computer language used in business and finance. It was first designed in 1959 and is pretty old and slow. Okay, this sounds all like facts to me. Like, it is old. There are older languages, but it is old, right? Now, slow, you can debate. But so far, this is like 95% true, right? Highly experienced business technology person knows the only true part of that last sentence was that COBOL was first designed. Okay, so it's not old. Let's just they, they don't actually they don't actually give you. Okay, let's go. There's no secret that a lot of banks still run million lines of COBOL, so they probably want to replace that at some point. So why haven't they? Most banks have been around long enough to still feel the pain from this 1960s software crisis. I have no idea what that crisis is. After spending enormous amounts of money and time on developing their computer systems, they finally ended up with a fully functional, well tested, stable COBOL core system. Speaking with people that have worked on such systems nowadays they have Java front ends and wrappers with which added for functionality or more modern interface. They run the application on virtualized replicated servers, but in the end, everything runs through that single core logic, and that core logic is rarely touched or changed unless necessary. So, the part of the statement here is that it was used in business and finance, right? This is true. They just said it. It's used in banks. It's designed in 1951. They say that it's true. It's pretty old. Nothing in here is saying that it's not pretty old and slow. Nothing in here is saying that it's fast, just that it's stable. I mean, like, maybe they're running like really fast hardware and replicated. So just because it runs millions of transactions doesn't mean that it's fast, right? And I don't know. It seems really weird. All right. Let's just move on. Basic COBOL. Are we about to learn stuff? Oh, guys, we're actually gonna learn stuff, I think. All right. Unfortunately, I have to take a pee break. I was drinking a whole bunch of soda. Sorry. I'll be right back. Is this an advent calendar? Yeah. Il comprend pas le concept. He ruined it. Okay, it's cold, isn't it? It's cold. It's cold, isn't it? You know what's really funny is like COBOL. the 2 videos I made on COBOL is like the 2 most popular videos I have. Isn't that funny? Hello, Liquid. Like, it's the thing I actually make the least of, but like, don't get it. Hi, sweetheart. What do you want? Your cup? Alright, here we are with basic COBOL. We're excited. This is the face when you don't know how bad something is yet, and now we're going to see a little bit later how it goes. This chapter introduces the basics of COBOL syntax. It then demonstrates how to view and run a basic COBOL program in VS Code. COBOL characteristics, Enterprise COBOL chapter objectives. All right, well, we got a lot of questions here. I'm sure they'll repeat it. 2.1 COBOL characteristics. COBOL is an English-like computer language enabling COBOL source code to be easier to read, understand, and maintain. Is this big enough for you guys? I think I can make it bigger because we're not using any code right now. Right? Just do that, but I just need to bring my face up here. All right. What was I saying? Learning to program in COBOL includes knowledge of COBOL source code rules, COBOL reserved words, COBOL structures, and the ability to locate and interpret professional COBOL documentation. They are repeating COBOL a shit ton here. Like, is an English-like computer language enabling source code to be easier to read, understand, and maintain. Learning to program in COBOL, I guess, includes knowledge of its source code rules, its reserved. It's just so funny to say it. It's like they want you to like only think COBOL. These COBOL characteristics must be understood to be proficient in reading, writing, and maintaining COBOL programs. It's so funny. Like, I'm so tempted. I just want to bring up like the Rust book. Does it talk about things like where's my Chrome? Bum, bum, bum. Right. So where's like where where are we in like here? I guess it's here. This would be the equivalent of what we're doing right now. Or is it like maybe it's here? Not just Rust. I guess we see it every so often, right? But it's not too bad. Now, when we look at this thing, oh, why doesn't it do syntax highlighting? Okay, but it's like everywhere. It's like every single line. This line says COBOL 3 times. This says it twice. This has 2 words and it says it. Oh my god, how many times can you say COBOL? Alright, anyway, we love COBOL. Let's go on. Did you make tea? Can I have some? No, I mean, can I just sip yours?
It's being done.
Alright. Enterprise COBOL 2.1.1. COBOL is a standard and not owned by any company or organization. Right, Rust should have made it all capitals. Enterprise COBOL is a name for the COBOL programming language compiled and executed in the IBM Z operating system, ZOS. COBOL details and explanations in the following chapters apply to Enterprise COBOL. I think this is the one that like you get the COBOL money from. People tell me that you can get money from like the regular Linux COBOL, but like I think the Enterprise one is where you make the big money because that's what's running the old code in banks. Enterprise COBOL has decades of advancements, including new functions, feature extensions, improved performance, okay, now they're not teaching us anymore. They're just marketing again. I hope that they can stop marketing. 2.1.2 Chapter Objectives. The object of this chapter is to expose the reader to COBOL terminology, coding rules, and syntax, while the remaining chapters include greater detail with labs for practicing what is introduced in this chapter. Alright, I hope we get to program. What must a novice COBOL programmer know to be an experienced COBOL programmer? In this section, my smile is starting to go away. I'm going to try to force it. In this section, we'll provide the reader with the information needed to more thoroughly understand the questions and answers being asked in each subsequent heading. 2.2.1 What are the coding rules and the reference format? Okay, this looks good. COBOL source code is column dependent. This is just like assembly code, except assembly had like 3 columns. It was like the line number, the label, the opcode, and then remarks. There's 4, so we'll see how many they have here. COBOL source code is column dependent, meaning the column rules are strictly enforced. Each COBOL source code line has 5 areas, okay, where each of these areas has a beginning and ending column. What is the keyword? What do you mean the keyword? Which keyword? COBOL source text must be written in COBOL reference format. Reference format consists of the areas depicted in Figure 1 in a 72-character line. Oh my god. It's not just column, it's column dependent to the actual, like, number of characters. That's crazy. Should I, like, save this somewhere? Is this something I can copy? I don't know. Alright, so sequence number area is the first one, blank or reserved for line sequence numbers. So this is just like assembly where there's numbers, except it's up to, it's six columns or 6 whatever. Indicator area column 7, this red one here, a multi-purpose area, comment line, generally an asterisk symbol, continuation line, generally a hyphen symbol, debugging line, D, or source listing format, a slash symbol. Okay. All right. Area A, columns 8 through 11. Here's area A. So this is right after we know what it is, whether it's like debugging or source code or comments or whatever. Certain items must begin in area A. They are level indicators, declarative, division, section, paragraph headers, paragraph names. Column 8 is referred to as the A margin. Okay, so this is the A margin here. And it has 4 columns. Area B column. This is long, right? Certain items must begin in area B. They are entries, sentences, statements, and clauses, continuation lines. Column 12 is referred to as the B margin. All right, so that's this long one here. And then look, we have one small one again. That's like 7 columns long. Identification area ignored by the compiler, can be blank or optionally used by the programmer for any purpose. So this is just like your margin where you like scratch stuff in whatever you want. What is the structure of COBOL? COBOL is a hierarchy consisting and in this is not English. COBOL is a hierarchy structure consisting and in the top-down order of. Consisting of in the top-down order of. I think that's what they're trying to say. Divisions, sections, paragraphs, sentences, statements. Maybe we should save this. Nah, let's just see if I'm sure we can find this later. So this must be the largest. Divisions, sections, paragraphs, sentences, statements. So paragraphs and sentences, intuitively, I have an idea that paragraphs are bigger than sentences. Statements, I guess it's smaller, but division and section, I guess so. Maybe division sounds bigger, but I'm not sure. What are COBOL reserved words? COBOL programming language has many words with specific meaning, blah, blah, blah. Here are some of them. Perform, move, compute, if, then, yeah. So there are keywords or reserved words that that mean something special in COBOL. That's not surprising. So what's a statement? COBOL reserved words are used to change the execution flow based upon current conditions. Statements only exist within the procedure division. Oh, so there are divisions, and some of these divisions are procedure divisions? Where do we learn about procedures? I don't think we've learned about it. All right, so the program processing logic. Examples of COBOL reserved words used to change the execution flow are if, evaluate, perform. This is the worst language tutorial I have ever seen because we're not writing anything. We're not doing anything. They're just like teaching us a whole bunch of vocabulary that I'm promptly forgetting. What is the meaning of a scope terminator? A scope terminator can be explicit or implicit. An explicit scope terminator marks the end of certain procedure division statements with the end hyphen COBOL reserved word. Oh my god, so the hyphen is part of the reserved word. Any COBOL verb that is either always conditional, if, evaluate, or has a conditional clause, compute, perform, read, will have a matching scope terminator. An implicit scope terminator is a period that ends the scope of all previous statements that have not yet been ended. I think I can make a lot of money teaching COBOL. Like, forget about learning it to work in a job. If the materials to learn COBOL is this bad, made by like IBM and everything, then like, I think the new Ponzi scheme is we're just gonna teach COBOL, alright? What is a COBOL sentence? A COBOL sentence is one or more statements followed by a period where the period serves as a scope terminator. What is a COBOL paragraph? A COBOL paragraph is a user-defined or predefined name followed by a period. I think I can make the font a little bigger, right? All right. A paragraph consists of 0 or more sentences and is the subdivision of a section or division. Subdivision of a section or division. So a section can have a subdivision. Procedure division. So here's division slash section. Open files dot paragraph. Sentences. Does this make sense to anyone? I don't get it, but I think I just assume everything makes sense. I think the biggest thing they want us to know is that a division is bigger than a paragraph, which is bigger than sentences. What is a COBOL section? A section is either a user-defined or predefined name followed by a period and consists of 0 or more sentences. A section is a collection of paragraphs. Yeah, that's makes sense. But then this should be then section greater than paragraph greater than sentences, right? Oh, look at this. We might actually get to compile. When you run a COBOL, how to run a COBOL program on ZOS. When you are dealing with COBOL on ZOS, you will encounter JCL or Job Control Language. JCL is a set of statements that tell the ZOS operating system about the tasks you want it to perform. For your COBOL program to be executable in ZOS, you will need to tell the operating system to compile and link edit the code before running it, all of which will be done using JCL. The first thing your JCL should do is compile the COBOL program you have written. In the next step, your program is passed to the COBOL compiler to be processed into object code. Next, the output from the compiler will go through the link edit step. Here, a binder will take in the object code and all necessary libraries and options specified in the JCL to create an executable program. In this step, you can also tell the JCL to include additional data sets which your COBOL program will read. Then you can run your program. So basically, you use this JCL thing to, it's kind of like a makefile or whatever. Kind of like cargo. And inside of it, you tell it how to compile it, and also you kind of tell it what data it can access, or at least what data sets it can access. To simplify things, Enterprise COBOL for ZOS provides 3 JCL procedures to compile your code. When using a JCL procedure, we can supply the variable part to cater to a specific use case. Listed below are the procedures available to you. Compile procedure, compile and link edit procedure, compile, link edit, and run procedure. Since this course is a COBOL course, the JCL necessary for you to do the labs is provided for you. Therefore, you will encounter the procedures listed above on the JCL. If you want to create a new COBOL program, you can copy one of the JCL provided and modify it accordingly. To read more on JCL, visit this. Okay, so cool. Let's copy this and put this into our thing, where was just here we go. I don't think we have anything on JCL, so let's make something called JCL. Alright, that's good enough. I wish at this point they kind of let us try to build like a hello world or something, you know, wouldn't that be nice? This section introduces the 4 COBOL divisions and briefly describes their purpose and characteristics. COBOL division structure. Divisions are subdivided into sections. Yeah, we got this. We got this. Subdivided into phrases. So statements, which was the lowest, can actually turn into phrases. What are the 4 divisions of COBOL? Identification division identifies the program with a name optionally, and optionally gives other identifying information such as the author's name, program compile date, etc. Environment division describes the aspects of your program that depend on the computing environment, such as the computer configuration and the computer inputs and outputs. Data division is where the characteristics of data are defined in one of the following sections. Okay, so this division has sections, and these sections are specific to the data division. There is a file section, so it has files. Linkage section describes data from another program. Work storage section, storage allocated and remaining for the life of the program. Local storage section, storage is allocated each time a program is called and deallocated when the program ends. Procedure division. The procedure division contains instructions related to the manipulation of data, and interfaces with other procedures are specified. Explained. The procedure division is where the work gets done in the program. This sounds like basically the program body, right? Statements are in the procedure division where they are actions to be taken by the program. The procedure division is required for data to be processed by the program. Procedure division of a program is divided into sections and paragraphs, which contain sentences and statements as described here. Section, a logical subdivision of your processing logic. A section has a header and is optionally followed by one or more paragraphs. A section can be the subject of a perform statement. So I'm guessing perform is a little bit like a function call or a procedure call. One type of section is for declarative. Declarative is a set of one or more special purpose sections. Special purpose sections are exactly what they sound like, sections written for special purposes, and may contain things like the description of inputs and outputs. They are written at the beginning of the procedure division, the first of which is preceded by the keyword declaratives, and the last of which is followed by the keyword end declaratives. Alright. Paragraph, a subdivision of a section. Alright, whatever. Sentence, sure. Statements, sure. I mean, until we see examples, this is all just whatever. Additional information, just like miscellaneous information. This section provides useful information in the form of manuals and videos. Oh no, are you serious? You're giving me manuals? As enterprise COBOL experience advances, the need for professional documentation is greater. An internet search for enterprise COBOL manuals includes internet search. They're just saying like, hey, we Googled stuff, here's what we found. What? Alright. Wow. Have you ever seen anything like this before? I feel like this is another world. This is like, what do you call it when you have like, yeah, this is like alternate universe of like what programming could have been. Lab. Okay, great. We're gonna write a program, guys. This is exciting. In this lab exercise, you will connect to an IBM Z system, view a simple COBOL Hello World program in VS Code, submit JCL to compile the COBOL program, and view the output. Refer to installation of VS Code and extensions to configure VS Code if you have not already done so. You can either use IBM Z, Open Editor, and Zoe Explorer, or Code4Z. I think we're using the first. The lab assumes installation of VS Code with either blah 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 as shown in figure 2A or in 2B. So we're 2A. Alright, cool. Open Z. Oh, what? The list should. Oh, click the extensions icon. Alright. So what should I do here? Should I share my desktop or... Yeah, I guess I'll share my desktop. It might be easier because I'm not sure how much we're going to go back and forth on all of this. Alright, so I clicked on extensions here. And it says a list should include IBM Z Open Editor. That's here. Zoe Explorer, that's here. So cool. 2A, the IBM Z Open Editor code extensions. Yeah, that's what we saw when we came here. Like, I don't remember, but yeah, we saw that. We are not using Code4Z, so in these exercises, you will only use the COBOL language support and Zoe Explorer extensions. Okay. Is this for both of us now? I think so. Click the Zoe Explorer icon as shown in figure 3. This is figure 2B. So figure 3. We click on this Zoe icon here. So let's do that. And now we have datasets, Unix system services, and jobs. Are you guys excited or is it just me? All right, so where are we? Yeah, we saw that. In order to connect to the lab system, get your team configurations zip file and extract it. You can obtain the team configuration zip file from the releases section. What is this? What am I getting now? What? This is a little scary, right? Ah, this is the configuration zip file. What is this file that they're making us download? That's this zip file. We can extract it. And then what's in here? Learn COBOL. We have two files in it, so let's see what it says. It's strange though, right? We should all get jobs being COBOL programmers, and then we can all compare our salaries. All right, so you can get your team configuration zip file and extract it. You can obtain the file here. We extracted it. Sounds good. Open the extracted folder. You will find two configuration files as shown in figure 5. Yes, we have that right here. Now go back on your VS Code window, select Explorer tab, and press the Open Folder button in the left bar. Alright, so we go here, Explorer tab, Open Folder, and I assume it wants us to choose. We're going to select our folder, Learn COBOL, that's under Downloads, this thing. Alright, Learn COBOL, select folder. Alright, cool. You are prompted to trust, click select, I already did this. Your connection should be added automatically to the datasets list as shown in figure 8A. Learn COBOL ZMF. So let's look at that. That's under Zoe Explorer, right? I don't see it. That's not good, right? If the connection does not appear, hover to the far right of the dataset line and press the plus icon. Alright, so plus icon. Afterwards, select Learn COBOL connection as shown in 8B. So we go to Datasets, plus Learn COBOL. Do you wish to apply this for all trees? Oops. Well, it added it. Does this feel very, like, fragile to you guys, too? It feels very fragile. It's all, like, who knows what's going on, if this thing works. What happened now? Press the Learn COBOL connection. Oh, so this is a connection. They never explained what a connection means. It was a data set a second ago, but now it's a connection. So I'm going to click on it. Didn't do anything. The heck? Expand. Let's assume that it knows who I am or something. Expanding Learn COBOL shows use, search. Yeah, this thing here. You guys see that? Yeah. Use the search button to display data sets. Click the magnifying glass icon as shown in figure 14. Each user has a high-level qualifier that is the same as their username. Therefore, enter your assigned username as a search criteria as shown in figure 16. Please enter the username assigned. So it's going to be like 16 here. Yeah, so we type in our username. My username is this, hopefully. Oh, now I need my password. Please work. Please work. Now what? Prompt search. A list of dataset names beginning with your username will appear, and no, it didn't. Maybe I have to click this. It looks like it's thinking. So it has it only has these two. We don't have all of these. That's sort of a problem, right? I guess we can try again. Search data sets. Return. Just has that. Expand username.cobol. So this is a problem because we don't have. Look at this data set here. It just says learn COBOL, but mine says learn COBOL ZMF thing. Maybe I try the name. No data sets found. Yeah, that's not helpful. Maybe if we just reset the connect, we just restart. When you don't know what you're doing, just restart. Alright, so we opened this learn COBOL thing. And then what did it say to do after we opened it? Where were we? We were here, we opened it up, we see it. Open folder. I think we already opened it. It said trust, yes. And then we should see this. Learn COBOL.cosfmf. That's here. Press this and it shows nothing. Use the search button to display data sets. And that's where we're supposed to type in our user ID. And this is all we get. Yeah, this is not helpful because we don't see. Enter the username. Enter the password. Ah, interesting. Kind of feel like IBM screwed up my user account because I haven't used my account for a while, maybe. User password. This is the stuff here. Base, plugins, Zoe configuration. This looks like it's all just stuff on how to make a connection, right? New file, new folder, refresh. Maybe it's because I still have this one that it's a problem. And it was like, I remember how did we change that configuration last time? Maybe we're in a new project now, so it's okay. Yeah, I don't have any idea how to find out. Nothing in here says anything useful. Go to get basic, use the PDS build. I wonder how to do that. What is this gonna do? Create new team configuration file. What does this do? No, don't go there. I want to know what's here. PDS build job. So wouldn't it be in here somewhere? Oh my god. Operation canceled. Invalid credentials. Maybe it's just that. But then when I used my password, it didn't work here. Ah, that worked for this guy. But I still can't find operation canceled. Yeah, I think my account's just hosed. This is remember if you were here in the beginning of this session, I said I had the happy face. I'm gonna soon have the dissatisfied face. This is it. This is ridiculous. Hold on, I made some notes before. On how to like basically delete all of the COBOL stuff. Let's see. Oh, I don't know where I put it. Ah, here it is. So let us just try to reset things for Visual Studio. I think it drops a file called Zoe up here. We get rid of this file. Wasn't there anything else that I had to do? I thought so. How frustrating. Extensions have been modified on disk. We still have this, so it didn't like get rid of everything for us. Validating credentials. We can try to use our username. And it still only has these two. Let's see what's going on. No. Yeah, there's nothing special here. You guys have any ideas? I think I should just recreate an account for myself. On the IBM platform and just do this part again. God, I knew this COBOL thing was going to be a disaster. Alright, so let me recreate an account on IBM. Or do you think maybe I can just reset my password? Maybe we can try that. Here we go. ZOS password reset. Maybe this will work. Reset my password. Password reset. Complete changes. Perfect. Alright. So now when we go to our account, we should have a new password. Where did it go? This is our new password. Alright, so maybe now if I try to restart this, it shouldn't be able to access things, right? You have, no, don't do that. Let's do a search. The password changed. How can you possibly be doing the same thing? God, you're killing me. You're killing me. Alright, so let us try to remove everything that is... Let's just try to reset stuff. So VS Code, Zoe, we'll get rid of that. Alright. Make a note of things to clean up. Whoops. Cleaning up VS Code. We have to remove .zoe. And there was also like a VS Code, I forget what it was actually, like .vs Code or something like that. And then we have to also get rid of our application data, I think. And how do we find that? Is that like under app data, roaming, app data, roaming, code? No. Microsoft. God damn it. Wes term zoom. It's not these guys. Maybe there's nothing in here then. I don't think it's code, right? This doesn't look like VS Code. Maybe it's under local. Local. Microsoft. Ah, maybe it's this. App data local programs Microsoft VS Code. These look like it's the actual program. I don't think I want to delete that. Well, maybe we do. No, I don't think that's what we want to delete. I thought there was something else that has all the storage for it. Ay, ay, ay. Let's see what happens if I restart VS Code now. That's not what I wanted. Good luck. Thanks for that. It looks like it's still busted. Extensions. Okay, so it got rid of the extensions. So now if I add Zoe, this one, open editor, right? That was the Zoe one we were using. What was the other one that I was using? Crap. The other one was Zoe Explorer. Oh, it's in here. Why don't I show it in my extensions then? Uninstall. Install. VS Code with Z open editor. Did I get that? Z open editor. Alright, now how come I don't see it? Here we go, it's here. Now it still has this stuff. I wish, my problem is I want to get rid of my login information. It still seems to remember my account. Damn it. Let's see. Right, we can do that, but where's all the other files? Okay, here it is. App data code and VS Code. Alright, so it is the code thing that we wanted to get rid of. So we get rid of VS Code and Zoe. And then we also want to get rid of app data code. That was under roaming, I think. Here it is, code. We'll add that here. I don't think we have to get rid of this one. Let's see how this works now. Alright, now it looks like it's a lot more basic. So now I can bring up Z Open Editor. And the other one was called what? Zoe Explorer. Oh, this one looks like it's installed. What the heck? Oh, because it came as part of the thing. All right, perfect. So now we're here. Look, it has no more information about my data sets. That's good. Now I can open projects. Open project, open folder. Remember we did that? That was here. Open folder, and then we look under our downloads. COBOL programming. We'll see if this is still screwed up. Yes, I trust all the authors. Now I'm in. Now I go to Z Explorer and I have this guy here. And now I should be able to search my username. Yeah, I'm intrigued too, Unlinked, except like I'm beyond that now. Like I'm just pissed that like none of this is working the way the documentation said it should be working. So here's data sets. I go here and it said I should be able to search my username. Press return. Yeah, and then we only get these two things. I think my IBM account is hosed, so we're going to create a new IBM account, but at least we know now how to reset Visual Studio. So we'll do that now. Oh God, what a pain. So we get rid of code once again here. Under app data roaming, we delete it. Go to your home directory, remove VS Code and Zoe. And then what we do is we're going to go to the IBM website again and try to make a new account. So we'll log out here. And then we'll create a new account. Let's see how this is sign in, forget password. How do I create a new account? Let's just go back to the main site. The heck? Need an account, sign up. Okay, we'll make a new account. I gotta write this down somewhere. And we'll make a password. I hope that let me go. Is that 12 characters? All right, so we confirm, agree. I think they make you do a questionnaire here, which is really annoying. What describes your role? We can say we're nothing. School, we say none. Company, we say self. Oh, it's none. Email, we'll just use the same one we just put in there. What country do you live in? We'll say France. How did we hear? Social media. Reach out to me, none. All right, I got 20 points. I'm in here now. Click accept. I'm ready for this. Yes. Yep, yep, yep. I hope this account works. Let's see if it has a username and password yet. No, we don't have one yet. Let us reset it. Maybe we can bypass like actually doing the course by resetting it. And then we just click on home again. Click reset and it should tell us our password. Here we go. That's the new way to do this. Now let us try to connect with VS Code. So here we add an extension. We do Zoe Explorer. And we also do Z Open Editor. Alright, so now that's in here. Cool, cool, cool. Create new configuration. We had to do this last time, but I don't think it matters here because we're going to open a folder, which is our download folder, which has a configuration, I think. We say we trust it. And now look, we have this learn COBOL COSMF. Here's the moment of truth. We're going to click on the magnifying glass. We see we're not connected. There's no green dot here, so we're not connected. It should ask us for a username and password. We're going to search our username. Oh, there is a connection. I wonder why. Maybe it tries to remember. Maybe it's still caching something. We only have these two things. I swear to God, I'm going to kill somebody. It's caching my connection somehow. How does it know my connection? Well, I don't know. I have no idea how to make it fix it so that it uses a different password. Here is the configuration. Doesn't have my username in here though, so how is it storing my username? It should. Oh, there's something in here where it's like did I write it down here? Check your account, don't see da 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 da. All of this stuff, margins, section blocks, compile. No, I didn't write down anything that's like here we need this maybe. Click the gear icon settings, user settings extension Zoe. So here we go. Click here, extensions. Which one do we want? Zoe Explorer settings. User settings, extensions, Zoe Explorer settings. User, did I do this right? Click here. No, this is not right. Gear icon on the bottom left. That would be this, right? Not this. Bottom left. Should be settings, right? Settings. Oh, user. Extension Zoe Explorer settings. That's this one. Whoops. Here. Look for the Zoe security credential key. This thing. Credential allow storage securely. Credential key. Where's the credential key? Blah, 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 blah. To enable this figure, hover copy settings as JSON. Okay, extensions. Zoe Explorer. Oh, there's a lot of things here. Oh, these are the different ones. I see. Zoe Explorer, allow validation. CLI, always edit. Binary, default, classic, extended, folder path. Confirm, logger. Credentials manager. Secure credentials enabled. Alright, so where does it... If disabled and auto store is set to true, credentials are stored as clear text in zoe config.json. Yeah, but what is my setting? Where does it store it? Oh, Zoe Explorer on the plus side. So if I go to Zoe Explorer. Oh, this thing here. Create a new connection to ZOS. What? Where am I clicking? Tree on the right side and look for Zoe Explorer tree. I don't know where the plus would... This is the data thing. Team configuration file, but I don't think that's what global in the Zoe home directory. Yeah, this is different. What a pain. What is such a pain. There was something here where it said like how to set up the editor. We click on this. Yep. Yeah. We had to install Java. We did all that. This is something different. Node.js, Java SDK, VS Code, VS Code extensions, Explorer, install Zoe Explorer, right, open editor. These are the CLIs. Oh god, this is so painful. Why is this course so painful? Gear icon, we did this, right? And we couldn't find this. Hovering over the gear icon, copy setting. Yeah, we didn't have that. Maybe I'm just clicking on the wrong place. Settings. This is what we looked at before. Automatic profile, presented, always edit, history, binary, C, classic, la 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 la. Confirm submission, logger, credential manager. If I get rid of, oh, here's a copy setting as J. Let's reset the setting. Oh. This is probably it, but yeah, I don't know how that happens. This must be the dataset thing. Create new connection, connection name, URL. Like, we didn't have this question though. Deleting profiles, Control Shift View. Types, Command. Okay, so we do Command, Control Shift P. We got all of these here. Look at this. I'm not a VS Code user, so. We have a bunch of things. Change Zoe profile. Then we have a bunch of things here. Add console profile to, add profile, copy name, delete profile permanently. Update credentials, maybe that's what we need. Name this connection. I don't know what to call it. Oh, why did it say operation cancelled? So Explorer. Delete profile. It was called like update something, update connection, right? Update credentials recently used, Zoe Explorer. Enter a connection name. I just called it something. And it says operation canceled. Doesn't say anything like why. Alright, so let's try deleting a profile. Let's get rid of these profiles. Yeah, I want to delete it. So how do I delete this profile? Didn't do anything. Disconnect. How do I disconnect? That's just too many options. I think we just delete all of this. We're just gonna delete all of it. Fully uninstall VS Code. I think we saw this. Code with Susan. Are you gonna give me some steps here? Code, yeah. VS Code, yep. It looks like those are the main things. So we will remove Visual Studio Code in here. Where are you hiding? It's probably Microsoft Visual Studio Code. I can't find it. I'm like dying here. We'll uninstall. Now we will remove the things from our home directory, .vscode and .zoe. We will remove from app data roaming code. And I think that's everything. I don't think there's anything in here. Maybe we should get rid of Microsoft credentials. Probably storing stuff in there. And there was like under local, there was like Visual Studio 2. But it looks like it got rid of it. It was like local low. Alright, I think that's everything. And now we will re-download Visual Studio. Alright. Let's see if this, where is it putting it? Local programs, Microsoft VS Code. So we can delete that next time. If this thing is still causing us problems, we'll just have to shoot ourselves. Alright, so this is done. Now we grab the Zoe Explorer. And we get the IBM Z Open Editor. Now when I go here, I should really have no profiles. There's no Zoe client configuration. Click Create New. So we click New, create a new team configuration. This was part of like another lesson. I probably can look up my video to see what we type in here. La la la. Where's my videos? We got COBOL in here, right? All right. La la la. Let's see where we go. We're doing the stuff here. What is this? Yeah, we're getting Node. We're getting some Java. I already have that. None of this is easy. Okay, install the Open Editor. We're getting close. We did this. We click on that. All right, here. Yeah. Create your profile. I think we did this. Yep. Now we have this, and now we have to change a few things. At the top of the file, you see a section below it, another one named that, right? We need to change this to port 10.4. Whoops. We need to change this to port 10.403. And we change account to FB3. Where was that? TSO properties account. TSO properties account. And we change that to FB3. Yep. Yep. Global base, we got host. And we need to type in this number. This IP address 204.90.115.200. And reject unauthorized is false. We save this. I think that's everything. Okay, Mac users, that's not us. Mouse over the new connection, magnifying glass. Okay, so let's try that now. I need my user ID, the new one. I go here. Data set. No, we're not working here. I swear to God, every time I play with this IBM stuff, I want to shoot myself. The thing is, it still hasn't asked me for my password, so it's like it's still remembering my password. I feel like I need to... Yeah, because like, let's see, in the video here, it's asking for a password, you see? Yeah, right? As soon as I click on here, you see? I click that, it says enter the username. Which means that in my version, it's still... in my version, it's still remembering my username for some reason. And that's probably causing the problems. It's not fully forgetting who I am. Wow, this is a real failed stream today. This is my first full failure stream profile. Oh, here it is. Update credentials. Let's see. Enter username. That is not my username, you see? Enter password. Successfully updated. Little good that did, right? Here, let's see if we can remember. We can just like forget the profile. Oh, when I say delete profile, it doesn't remember. It doesn't delete the name. We're here. We trust it. We go here. Now we try to add this data set. Learn COBOL. We have learned COBOL here. Stop running. Now we want to search for, oops, we want to search our data set. But we can also update our credentials. Start using my new username and password. Credentials updated. Alright, so at least it's able to find this file. But I feel like high profile, edit profile. Which profile is this? This is in, where is this located? Yeah, this is the Learn COBOL one. I have zero idea now why this would fail. It's almost like I think this is why I really didn't want to use wanted to go back to trying this. It was so hard to figure out. Yeah, and this manage profile, update profile. This is my correct username. That is my correct password. REST API failed. No such file. That was probably from earlier, right? Can I add something to this data set, or is it going to create new data set? I guess I can't. God damn it. Well, here's what I'll do. I will try to figure out this. I think what I'll do is I'll create a new account and like start from scratch and actually do the IBM lessons again, and maybe have an account that works, and then try to go into here and make a new video where this actually works. So yeah, sorry about today's stream. That was like a complete disaster. It was a real disaster. I've never, but you know, this is sort of like in the theme of COBOL traumatizing me, right? Like you saw that video. It's literally what I called it. COBOL traumatized me. I spent 2.5 hours just trying to get it through it the first time, and it was terrible. And now we're stuck again. It's like every time we try to do something easy, trying to learn COBOL using this material, it screws up on us. And I don't know, IBM, if you're listening, like, you want people to replace your retiring COBOL programmers, make it a lot easier, make your shit work. I'm starting to think there's a lot more to the concept of like starting with GNU COBOL and learning just the language on it and then learning ZOS, because maybe this is just like too much. You know, maybe it's good to learn COBOL and then learn ZOS separately and then combine the two, you know, because right now this is like complete utter garbage. It's really garbage. The whole thing is garbage. Alright. Take care, everyone. I'm gonna go play some D&D, hopefully. That'll calm me down a little bit. And we will get more traumatized next time. See you guys later. Bye.